All right, greetings everybody. And good evening, or good morning, or good night, good afternoon, good morrow, whatever time it is in your part of the galaxy. Hope you're making it a great day. Got some GACs to play today. Also going to talk a little bit about Galactic Legend Rey. I've had quite a few questions about her and her journey. I've recommended her to some people, and I don't know, I just want to clear some things up, talk about why she is still one of the best first Galactic Legends that you can do. So we'll talk about that. Also have to travel tomorrow, so I got to get through this stream relatively quickly and finish preparing for my trip. So we're going to work through the GACs, talk about Rey, and be done with things. Of course, if you all got questions, let me know in the chat. I'll see what I can get to as we go along. We did get the win in that last GAC. Of course, we knew that, right? The fleet held. We got 1804 banners. He didn't come back later and beat the fleet or something and come out with a win, so that's good. Today's matchup we have is against 8.1 million galactic power, 3 foreign ships, 4.7 in characters, galactic war battles. 20,000 puts this account about 3.5 years old. So about a year older than the Loquitur account. He does have a profundity and also the Executor. So I do expect to see the Executor on defense and the profundity probably on offense. We're mirroring each other a little bit on the ships, so I think he actually might have a bit of advantage over me in the area of ships. He does have the TIE Interceptor, so we'll have to watch for that on defense. TIE Defender is there, but it's not built up very big, so at least there's some hope there. All right, let's look at characters. 4 Galactic Legends. Kenobi and Jedi Master Luke on the light side, SLKR and Sith Eternal on the dark side. He's got Revans, Malik, Malgus. You know, I don't think I noticed this before, but I don't see Skywalker. Does he have Anakin in here somewhere and I just missed him? There he is. Okay, so he's only Relic 5, so he wasn't up there, but he does have Skywalker. All right. Starkiller also in the house. So he's got 4 Galactic Legends and the, I don't know, kind of what you'd expect, right? The Revans, the Starkiller journey done. I don't see much else in here. The Triumvirate is relicked as well, I think. So there's some stuff we'll have to look for. Let's take a look at speed. See what we're up against with this account. Fastest character, 348 on Radis. That's alright. I'm not sure I would make Radis. I don't know. If I had the best speed mods in my account, they haven't gone on Radis yet. Maybe you guys know something I don't. Is it worth me going over to Radis and trying to put the absolute best speed mods on him? 319 on Rex. Holy cow. So he's got a lot of fast characters. 287 on Malik. Alright, so we'll really have to be careful of the speeds. Piet's fast. A lot of the stuff he's probably got on offense is fast. Alrighty. That sets us up for our GAC. Let's go over here and check in with chat. See who we've got. Cody Lay says hi. Jar Jar Binks is in the house. Alanis Hawk is here. David Ductro says evening. Alanis called me SL instead of DL, so I guess that's Sith Loquitur instead of Darth Loquitur. David Ductro says Senior Loquitur. Heretic asks who's ready to watch the most powerful rocket in history in the morning. Vels says hi. Scott Press says, killing Executors with Empire TIE fleet is the most fun I've had in fleet in months. The TIE Defender Interceptor is a lethal combo. So much fun, says Alanis. Profundity has negative fun factor, being entirely dependent on the RNG of assists. Yeah, that first round where you click the button and nothing else happens and it's just one attack that goes out, that that is the moment where you go, oh boy, I wonder how this one's going to go. You do that on the second attack and get no assists, and then it's pretty much over. Yeah, it can definitely be a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I get you on that one. Vels said, I did Rey as first GL, no regrets. Kyber Soze says, we're jumping right in today. No foreplay? Yeah, no foreplay. Man, you didn't get my Verbal Kent reference earlier. Kyber Soze said hello, and I said hi Verbal Kent, and nobody got it. Or at least I didn't see any acknowledgement of the comment. Oh well. Vel says he unlocked JMK as the second. He's on a whole other level, although perhaps it's not a fair comparison. JMK plus Cat's on another level. JMK without Cat is kind of... Man, I tried a bunch of stuff with JMK with no Cat. And I don't have Skywalker, but in general, if you don't have Cat on the team, the team really lacks damage. Like, Cat is so much of the damage on that team that without her in the team, it's still a very durable team. But man, you don't really do well in the JMK mirror match, and you just time out. So I don't know. This is people trying to go for JMK as their first or second GL. If you don't have Cat, if you don't have access to Cat, and you're not going to be able to get Cat in a reasonable time frame, I would rather do something else other than JMK. I just feel like him with the team without Cat's just uninspiring. Dojo says, hey DL, enjoy your content and advice. Just won against the 6.8 with my 4.8. 9 holds with my Gear 11 Treya and Savage. So satisfying to punch up. Nice. Heretic says my Radis team gets holds surprisingly often. Radis is the real deal. Radis is a really good team. I've been impressed with what it can do. And I don't even have a good tank in my team. If I had a good tank to put in that team, it'd be even that much better. Yeah, Radis is a good team. I just don't know why you'd invest your fastest speed mods in him. I get that going early is nice, but the Radis team is also very durable. And I feel like it's just fine soaking a hit or two before it has to, start doing stuff. It's actually not bad to soak the first AoEs, and then you can do your middle special on Radis and gain back a bunch of protection and kind of reset things, or you can do the area effect and clear all your debuffs. So yeah, I don't know why you'd want Radis to go that fast. Again, maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a certain matchup that I'm not thinking of that makes a big deal. Kyber Soze says I was on mute earlier. Sorry if I missed the reference. Toasted Panini says, I'm close to my first GL, which is Rey. I'm very excited, and then I'm going to go get Executor, and then Jabba, then JML. Sounds like a good plan. Rey into Executor and Jabba. Nice. Thumbs up on that. Blessed Carrot's in the house. Hey, good to be with you all, fellow Inquisitors. Hey, Blessed Carrot. Glad you're here, man. Heretic says, I think Hot Utils likes modding Radis fast for some reason, so that's probably a part of it. Oh, okay. So it's just... like if you're using the auto, like the default settings on Hot Utils, it's going to make Radis super fast. Interesting. Dank Ideal says I just finished all the requirements for Profundity. Nice. Gerbil did a good video on AdRad team speeds and opening moves. Ah, interesting. Was the conclusion that Radis has to be as fast as possible? All right, let's take a look at GAC here. We've got some Geos that'll be easy to deal with. We've got a Malgus team here. Currently, when I get gas built, right? Gas counters this, doesn't it? You can do gas versus Malgus. I hope I understand that correctly. I think gas versus Malgus works, but I don't have that quite yet. My gas is still low gear. A non-Omicron First Order team here. Jedi Training Rey. If you get Jedi Training Rey, my advice, don't put her on defense. This is really an offensive team. You need to be able to control the matchup. It beats so much stuff on offense, but on defense, it falls prey to quite a bit of different stuff, including Imperial Troopers. Relatively weak Imperial Troopers can beat that Rey team as long as you have Gideon. And he's fast enough to go first. You put Demoralize on the team. Rey gets a bunch of turn meter, and then you just drain all of her turn meter with Moff Gideon and just run the whole team over with the troopers, and nobody ever gets to go. Jedi Training Rey, not good on defense, my personal experience. All right, we have the most annoying Mon Mothma team ever. It's got Cara Dune and Kyle Katarn in there. Probably use the Sith over here. There's quite a bit of stuff I have that can beat this, but I think maybe we'll use Traya there. We got the Qui-Gon team. I think I'm going to keep practicing using Admiral Raddus against this team. Then we have the Admiral Raddus team down here to beat. I'll probably take something good in against that. Then we've got some bounty hunters over here. So we need to bust through this front wall, make sure there's no Galactic Legends on the back wall. And then as long as there's no GLs back there, then we can use C to clean up that Malgus. We can figure out somewhere for JMK to do good work because we've got him on offense as well. So Luke also beats this team quite handily if I can outspeed Kyle Katarn. But this guy's got pretty fast teams. Let's open with the Raddus battle. I think I want to do that. And I am going to put Mon Mothma in here. I don't really need to save her out for anything else. I like Mon Mothma as the 5th in this team. It allows me to use a Datacron. And also the buff removal is pretty nice on this. Okay, tenacity up. This is dark side. This is the debuff on an enemy. Armor penetration. This has, I like that armor penetration on here. So we're going to use this. And then we just kind of soak stuff until we get the ult, kill Qui-Gon with the ult, and pick up the rest of the team. We just got to time it out so that we don't get smashed by Anakin's big area of effect attack. It's got a 3-turn cooldown, so just got to make sure that we don't walk right into that when he gets a boost from the Qui-Gon dying. Then we'll have a billion foresights to deal with. Let's do that right away. Get rid of all the foresights. We'll try to steal turn meter from Anakin. Okay, we'll throw this grenade. Then we just got to kind of work our way through the mace here. Then we have to soften up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to summon my little extra guy. Okay, let's put a couple hits on Qui-Gon here. Let him know that we're around. I don't need to use that middle skill yet. Here, let's put a big hit on him. All right. So he's properly softened up for the ult now. As long as he doesn't gain back sickening amounts of health and protection, we should be good. Oh, this is why I wanted this guy up, so that we could remove taunt from Kenobi. But we'll have to just... Okay, so there's the big ult. Or the not ult, but Anakin's big hit. We're only at 62. Alright, what do I want to do here? Let's do this. Rack up some account on the Hope. Not getting around this taunt still. Okay, 89%. And I've lost track of Anakin. I think he's got the alt up next. I keep calling it an alt. Let's do this and let Anakin go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now I gotta wait. I timed it wrong. I had it wrong. That's not great. Alright though, let's steal turn meter, sure, why not? There he goes. Okay, now I can do the alt on Radis without being too worried. Okay, let's gain some hope. Rebellions are built on hope. Anakin came running across and then instantly died to the dots when he took a turn. Alright. Good enough, good enough, good enough. 74 banners. Alright, catch up on chat over here. Slide says Gas takes care of Malgus. Heretic says Gas beat Malgus pretty well. Nice. Open with Adrad first special. Jin steals turn meter, then goes again. Pass turn to Adrad. Adrad does AoE and ultimate is nearly ready. Oh, okay. Interesting. Blessed Carrot with a super chat. Oh, man. Thanks a lot, Carrot. Symbolically giving back. All right. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. How was your trip to Disney, man? Blessed Carrot was over in the States. Got to go to Disney, Washington, D.C. Got to do some sightseeing. I hope it met your expectations and your family had some fun. Why not Wampa the Mon Mothma? Kyle Katarn. So if you don't, so Wampa can get stuck behind Cara Dune forever. No, it's this one. Okay, Rebel fighters gain blah, blah, blah. Force influence. Can attack, counterattack, or gain buffs. So while you have force influence on you, you can't do anything with Wampa. And while Wampa's just sitting there doing nothing and their team is going and you're stuck behind Cara Dune, it can all go quite badly. So there's no guarantee he can land that. But there is a lot of potency in the team and potency up from Cara Dune. So that's why I typically don't do that. Crit avoid arrow on Malgus can mess with gas. But if you don't mind a 2-shot, send in a burner to kill their big moves, and I think it still works. C-Watt is the best counter for Malgus. Yeah, exactly, Alanis. I want to be able to use C elsewhere. So how many of y'all would use Wampa on this team? I did it a couple GACs ago. I threw away my I threw away my Wampa on a Grievous and stuff early on, and then had to fight Iden on the back row. And I kind of don't want to fight Iden on the back row. I could use the Jedi Knight Luke team here too. The Jedi Knight Luke team. But I have to get past him. If he's fast enough. 238 and he gets like 40% turn meter. That's a lot. It's like another 100 on top of that. So I don't get to go first. They don't have the turn meter generators though. There's no POW and stuff. Mon Mothma teams with Kara can still be beaten with Wampa. Blessed Carrot says Disney was great. Trip to remember. Needs proper planning and budget. Shark says as long as there's no Sith assassin, gas usually wins. Carrot says I wonder if you can do an account review. Been lingering on what to do next, Jabba, etc. Hit me up over in the Discord, Carrot. I kind of want to get through today's Grand Arena quickly. I'll give you. I'll talk to you over on the Discord, man. Post your numbers over in the Ask Loquitur channel, and I'll respond to you publicly so other people can read it too. That's cool with you. Or if you really want to see it on screen, hit me up, and then next round of GAC, I'll do your review in a stream. I prefer using Wampa on Iden. I'm facing an Iden team with Dark Trooper. Can Wampa still beat that? Yeah, I mean, Wampa destroys the... I think the only way they get Death Mark is if something's already been killed, right? Doesn't Dark Trooper say something already has to have been killed? We can look at that here in a second. Sith. Let's do Sith here. Try to keep it simple. Of course, this works the same way if I find CLS on the back wall, but I still got my own CLS team and JMK. So I'm kind of not afraid of like a CLS team on the back wall. I think this is good. I think we can do this. Do we need anybody else in here? Savage has to soak everything. Yeah, we'll put in Scion just for good measure. Should be a foregone conclusion, but I don't want to get too confident. Doesn't Dark Trooper... I think he meant Death Trooper. I assume that we're talking about Death Trooper, not Dark Trooper. Because a lot of people build Iden with the Death Trooper. I assume that is what was meant. Let's isolate Katarn. I don't really mind having to hit Cara Dune. It's not really what I'm after anyway, right? We're just waiting for them to kill themselves. I guess then I shouldn't have isolated Kyle. Because now he's not going to be assisting in killing himself. Alright, we'll move the isolate if we need to. Yeah, we might need to move the isolate. Alright. Getting there. That should kill somebody. Oh, only killed one guy. We'll execute there again. Yeah, I don't think we need to change the isolate. I think we'll be fine. We'll just yeet Kyle out of here like this. And then he's not coming back. We'll kill him off. And if she wants to resurrect, that's fine. Held by Hatred. Oh, I think I didn't do Held by Hatred. Alright, 66 banners. Good enough. See, this team right here, if you had Jedi Training Rey on offense, Jedi Training Rey would just crush this team. With like a Relic Rey, a fast enough BB-8, and then like a Relic Stick Rey or something like that. Just 2 relics to do damage. And she would be able to control the turn meter on this team and just run circles around them, and this team would die to a Rey. As it is, I don't know what we're going to use here. Maybe the 501st feels kind of like overkill. Let's decide what to do with Radis here. What do we want to do with Radis? 348, huh? Alright. We could kill this team with troopers. We could do CLS here. What do you guys think about CLS? Just go in and annihilate. I've still got troopers for the back wall. I don't think there's that much of a threat up top, right? We don't have a huge threatening defense up top. Let me just check. I got that Rey team. I can trooper that if nothing else. We've got, yeah, the Malgus team is probably going to be Sith Eternal. But there's not huge threats up top. So we're gonna do this with the 501st. And we'll grab a Datacron on our way through. Something simple. Tenacity up. Gain protection up. That should be good for some extra banners somewhere, right? Because we can protection up with Rex. Give ourselves some bonus protection to, you know, live through the area effects that they're inevitably going to do up front. You could try Wampa versus Radis. Bounty hunters are trooper fodder. Kyle says, hey, DL. CLS beats Radis. I've done it multiple times. Never mind, Wampa is sub 50 versus Radis. Wampa versus Radis is terrible. Yeah, when they get to the alt, when they put hope on the Wampa, things don't go well from there. Once he has no protection and healing immunity, he's a sack of taters at that point, which is not what you want out of your Wampa. No tater sacks. Oof, that's a tanky old Cad Bane there. Holy cow. He's soaking everything. We're going to wait on that mass assist. Let some things happen here. This is a better position to do the mass assist. Take lots of clone turns, just winding up our aerial advantage. That's pretty much how this team works. We just play around, try to make sure Rex doesn't die. If he dies and gets a sacrifice, we kind of don't care. Alright, let's get these buffs off. I really don't want offense up on everybody. Alright, we're almost ready for that aerial advantage. We'll be able to take out Bosk. Is Bosk coming back? Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought they had the revived Datacron, but I guess not. All right, let's clear off this healing immunity. I don't like that. Don't want it. Get that free protection up back again. I'm going to switch this over to Rex for the turret. All right, kill number 1 on Bob Fett. Heal him up. Get some banners back here if we can. All right. As long as Boba Fett's not the one that gets a kill, because then it'll reset his bounty hunter's resolve, which is not what we would want. All right, we'll mass assist again. Yeah, let's get Cad Bane out of here. He's a thick character for this guy. All right, and then we're doing our thing over here. We'll save that heal for a second. Get Django out of here. All right, now we got to try to recover what banners we can here on Mr. Dengar. Yeah, let's do that. All right, mass assist again. 62 banners, 501st. Not known for perfect banner scenarios. We'll take in gas here. Not gas, CLS. Okay, we'll put the Datacron on. Don't know if we need it, but we have it, so we'll use it. And we will kill Radis first if we can. We'll have to try to put buff immunity on that guy or something and then just beeline for Radis. Who do we want to stun? Stun this guy, then he can't get taunt, right? Okay, Radis down. Jin Urso going down so she can't resurrect him. We'll do the area effect to get big damage. We'll clear off some... Oh, dang, I cleared the debuffs, and by clearing them, I popped their little rebel buff and gave them all a bunch of buffs. Oopsie. Guess that wasn't quite the right thing to do. 65 banners though, no problems. Let's see that back wall. What do we got back here? Alright, is that a Galactic Legend? Nope. That's just a Star Killer. Alright. So we can kill Star Killer with Kenobi. Right? I mean, there's that Iden team. Hee hee. Ha ha wampa. Let's do we have tenacity on any reasonable mods? This has tenacity on it, but it's like one of my best Datacrons here. I don't really want to throw away a really good Datacron. I don't think the new set has tenacity on it either. Crit chance, health, crit avoidance, yeah, whatever, it's fine. A little bit of extra stats for Wampa because he needs it. Someone was talking about it in Discord about Wampa versus Radis. Cringe Joke says, hi DL, why do you build clones so early but don't really think about gas until late game? If you go back all the way to the beginning of my Obticeo account, I was actually planning to do gas like as the first thing. And then the Profundity fleet came out and the people in my fleet shard went crazy and I just didn't have time to build it. On the Loquitur account, I didn't have C-3PO. I didn't really want to go for C-3PO. I built 2 Galactic Legends and I was very focused on how I wanted my build path to go. And gas didn't fit. I didn't want to build Ewoks. I didn't want to build the other requirements for gas, the B1 relic, you know, whatever. So just didn't do it. I was using all my Get 1 for the Wampa and Hermit Yoda anyway, so in the end, it's like everything in the game. It's just a balance, right? You gotta, you can't have everything that you want. You can only have a thing, and you have to decide what that thing is. So for me, gas is a whole bunch of Get 1. And I just felt like it was better to do the Profundity. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with doing gas early. Same question about Darth Revan. The same thing. When I look at the efficiency of Darth Revan and the characters that you have to build and the resources that you have to put into the team, I always end up with it's not no, it's just not now. There's just always stuff I'd rather do. That's the routine I get caught in. Is not that I don't want to do it. It's just that I have other things I want to do first. Where are we going to use those troopers? I guess we don't really have anything assigned for troopers, so we can just use the troopers on that Rey, and we'll annihilate Rey with some troopers. Alright, let's get him and Malik hooked up so we can insta-kill the 2 Beastie Boys right away. And we should have no problem clearing it out from there. Alright, there's a big hit. And we'll be able to recover some protection here. Okay, shocks on. Protection recovered. C looking good again. Watt not looking so hot. Watt looking dead. See you later, Watt Tambor. Okay. Hanging tough here. Draining some protection from this Malgus. Alt is up. Into the alt form. Ditch this backpack. Ultimate power. Lightning everywhere. Let's go! Alright, let's link the Marauder with Revan. And then we'll focus on Bastila. We probably won't get to another alt, but that's the way we'll do it. And if we get to another alt, then we'll be able to finish it off all at once. Putting some zappies down on everybody. Zappy. If anybody's seen the Legos Star Wars movies, they are hilarious. They are well worth the watch. Man, the Lego Christmas, the Lego Holiday Special, I don't know. My daughter loves it. We've watched it probably 20 times. And I still laugh every time I watch it. Pretty fantastic. All right, let's do this one. We're going to have to kill Ben like, what, 9 times? 11 times? I don't know. We'll see how many times he wants to res. I got news for you. However many times it is, it won't be enough. Lol, because every time we kill him, we get free turn meter. Okay. Let's do this. Did I miss the whole Rey discussion? No, I'm going to do that in between the GACs. Scott Press says Cam. Yeah, I guess, Scott, that's a good way to bring back around to the original point. So why build clones but not build gas? The answer to why build clones is exactly that. You know, a year and a half ago, it was very relevant to build the clones for Cam to make yourself more attractive for a guild. Okay, we'll do this. Okay. I think we may actually kill Vet Han first. He's a squishy target. We can't kill Ben, right? I mean, well, Rey is still healthy. Ben ignores everything we do. Something like that. Okay. Get rid of Rey. This feels so unfair, guys. I feel guilty. I feel bad. This is like somebody asks you to bring a shovel and help them dig a post hole in their backyard because they're putting up a fence. And you show up with a, industrial grade backhoe, the kind with 8-foot tires on them, and offer to dig a hole. That's what it feels like when I'm using troopers against that team. Feels so ridiculously overpowered. It's unfair. All right, Empire. Let's do Deece and Marjade, and I don't know. Who else do we need to make sure that these geos stay under control? We'll put in Tarkin, because we can. No Datacron. Don't feel like I need it. Well, you know what? They're Gear 12 geos, right? Like, how hard can it be? Although we got to go take a look at the back wall, because we still, and maybe the Marjade team is better against the First Order stuff. Okay, Star Killer we're going to kill with JMK. And then we've got this Dash Rendar, who is kind of a pain in the butt. We have to be able to deal with... So, we could just use Luke there, right? As long as our Luke outspeeds him. Oh, yeah. So we can have fun with the Luke team there. Luke and Kenobi. We'll consider those teams earmarked. So that means we can use... Let's look at this Datacron. First time a dark side tank is defeated, revive him. Is he playing that? Oh yeah, okay, there's a tank in there. I was going to say, is he playing that on a team that has no tanks? Tanks, but no tanks. Oh yeah, so we could Marjade that. We could dash Rendar the Geos. Have fun with that. Or we could try Grievous in there. I've got Grievous on offense and I never use him. I don't have experience with Grievous. So let's this is probably a dumb idea, but let's mess around with Grievous here. If I lose this by like a few banners because I did this, I'll be sad. Okay. So we can do this, right? I don't think anybody's bringing in Geos to counter General Grievous, so I think that's good, right? Vader solo for nearly perfect banners. TW, that Poggle Ami is crazy. We got 18 holds. Only 2 Zetas on GG. Which ones are you missing? I'm missing the leader one. Alright, so you guys want me to go for banners? It's probably better to go for banners. We can go with Vader. And I feel like we need one more. Guys, if I don't get everything killed, and they get to go, and they get ability block on Vader, it's just ridiculous. I hate it. I hate that. And then Vader just sits there and dies. So we'll put Royal Guard in, and he'll stand in the way and get Vader back a turn. Yeah, I'll equip a Datacron, because why not? Vader yeets Gear 12 Geos with a basic. I'm saving EP. I'm gonna do that whole team, the EP Mara Jade team. I'm gonna do that against the First Order. I'm gonna play that team against the First Order. That's why I'm not using all of that stuff. Otherwise, what am I going to use against First Order? I don't have a lot of good teams left. And I want to be able to control that matchup and do it with high banners. Alright, we'll do this. Okay. Let's do that. This. We will hit Soldier, Sunfac. Alright, get the spy out of here. Alpha. Alright, Vader's doing good work. So, one less banner than I could have had. I could have had 69, I got 68. I'm fine with it. I am fine with it. Alright, Empire. Let's get the team in here. We'll do Pilot and this and Mara Jade. No Omicron, so speeds should be fine. Does Vader always get Geos? If people have good enough mods on Gear 12 Geos, they can stop your shenanigans with Vader. And like I said, if Vader goes in and things don't go how you expect and you get ability blocked by Poggle, it's just brutal. You're done, right? Vader just sits there doing basic attacks for the rest of the encounter, can't get back to Merciless Massacre. It's waffle. I do not like it, Sam. I am. All right. And there's been, guys, I think there's been like 5 times that chat's talked me into doing Vader solo. And like every single time I lose it with Vader solo when chat talks me into it. So I just don't do it anymore. I lose a banner or two when I do Vader. But these days, usually Vader's doing something else, right? Vader's like killing a better team. There's better uses for Vader than Geos. There's so much stuff in the game now that kills Geos. Dash Rendar does a pretty good job with low gear Geos. Of course, Sith Treya with her leadership always does well with Geos. Makes it super easy. But Geos can be underestimated. What most people forget or don't think about, or like, I don't know, whatever, Geos get 15,000 extra health and protection from the Brood Alpha's kit. So when you get 15,000 of each, that's 30,000 health and protection. So well-built Geos with good defense can be a lot harder than you think. I should go back to making my super fast spy. Defensive mods on all the Geos and then a super fast spy. And just get people to underestimate that team. It's always fun to see your Geo team get holds. Alright, let's do some Galactic Republic. Yeah, fine. Again, I don't know what I'm going to need, but I'm just going to take it all. In we go. Question, why do you use Mara's second special before her the first? When you use the second special, it puts staggers onto everyone. And when you do the first special, it triggers all the staggers and takes away everyone's turn meter. That's why I do it. Let's get Mara Jade out of here. Oh, dodge. Okay. Let's see, Mara Jade. Let's see what you really want to do here. Bang. Wow, pathetic. Okay. I guess we got to go after Starkiller now because Mara Jade's like going nowhere. So I'm just going to have to live with her nonsense for a minute, I guess. We'll get rid of him, although Visas might bring him back if I'm not careful. So let's do a mass assist over there. Let's do this big hit here. All right. Okay. Once again, it's an overkill party, but you guys know, you know the saying. Ain't no party like an overkill party. Starkiller has been killed. Starkiller, thought to be a good counter to Galactic Legend Rey, does not have a perfect win percent, though. Can be surprised and butt kicked by Galactic Legend Rey, especially if she's got Ben with her. What am I doing here? Oh, let's do the Luke team here. If this works like I hope, then Hermit Yoda goes first. We'll get a turn. We'll slow him down. We'll crush Vandor Chewbacca. Stun everybody. Give it back to Luke again. Luke can bring Revan to assist. It's a lot of damage, I hear. Let's do this so that Nest can't daze everybody. Let's call Luke again. Let's call Luke again. He should be able to one-shot Nest. Nicely done, sir. And then Dash Rendar gets stunned again and killed. Beautiful control. 63 banners. Wait, what? I lost protection on somebody. 2 buddies. All right, fine. It's good enough. Good enough is good enough. Let's see what we got in fleets here. Looks like a negotiator. Oh, he took both of his big fleets on offense. And the Empire fleet. He's got everything on offense. Wow, finalizer on defense. Okay, so we'll malevolence here. We will negotiate here and profundity here. Sounds good? Let's get malevolent first. We'll get some separatists in here. We can use Plo here, right? We might need Plo to clean off some dazes, and we don't have buzz droids to clean off in another battle, so I'm satisfied with Plo here. We'll put it in. I don't think we'll need it, but we'll put it in just in case they go crazy. All right, let's go. Let's kill that Anakin. Judging says, that makes sense. My Mara Jade's still low gear. I always do the first special to do tenacity down, but I've noticed most streamers do the opposite. Yeah, it's all about clearing out that turn meter. So there are teams that gain turn meter like Troopers. There's teams that control turn meter like Jedi Training Rey. But there's not a lot of teams. In fact, I think maybe... let's see. We got to clear the buff immunity off of this guy. I think maybe that team with Mara Jade is the only one that can do both turn meter control in terms of gaining turn meter and also removing turn meter from the enemy very consistently at the same time. Best of both worlds. Let's switch over to this clone sergeant. When we get back to here, okay, we'll put buzz droids over here. We'll get buzz droids on everybody again. And we'll target him. If we get Anakin, we'll take the shot there. Yes, just basic. And then we can still save the mass assist for later. Let's put some damage down on 5s while we have the opportunity. Okay, and then the BTLB. Yeah, we'll just do that. Let's hit 5s again, see if we can finish him off. No, not quite. But he will die next time there's a turn. Well, he dies anyway, so that's good. Alright. Let's blast in here. Buzz droids have been cleared by his own Plo. I really don't want to waste buzz droids. I have them there on that ability, but I'm not going to use them. Alright, we're all dazed and confused. We'll take the daze off of this guy. We'll put buzz droids on everybody again. Oh, now I got to just remove them right away. That's not fair. I don't like that. Alright, here comes his banner removing alt. So let's get Plo in here to see if we can get some banners back. Get turn meter. This should be a kill here pretty soon. Alright, and then Plo. Not great. Like what, 60? Yeah, I was going to say 66 banners as a guess, but 65. Not fantastic. Alright. So let's negotiate here against the finalizer. Blink, 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 blink. All the stuff. We're not going to need that. You know, we're not really going to need that either. It's one banner. If he brings in Echelon as a first reinforcement, or a TIE bomber, or some surprise tank, then it could give us problems. Mainly the Echelon. If he has the Echelon, it should be in the starting lineup, but if it's a reinforce, we'll take 2 ships. We won't need them, but it's safe. If you target Anakin with Hyena Bomber area effect, you get assist with vultures, since Hyena Bomber can ignore taunt. When you target Anakin at first, you don't actually want to kill him. If you kill him, you just trigger his this unending loyalty. So, in my experience, let's see. Let's get the shuttle out of here. In my experience, I like to soften up Anakin and then kill him like in the second round, like I did. You know, we picked him off behind enemy lines. It wasn't a problem. First order TIE pilot. Let's just do a basic over here on him. And let's call in... Yikes. Anakin's sitting over there with nothing. Wow. And he doesn't have days on, so he'll get a counterattack and get free turn meter. Let's get the advantage. No, okay, ouch. First order fleet surprising me here. Once we commit to the silencer, we've got to kill it. No tickling the silencer, right? You guys know the rule. Do not tickle the silencer. Let's get the first order TIE pilot out of here. We got to get days or something on that shuttle, otherwise he's just going to counterattack us into the dirt, which is what we don't want. All right, let's give the SWAS. That's not going to work, is it? Well, we'll put it over here, I guess. Okay, take a basic here. He gets another missile onto Ahsoka. All right, we're going to hit the shuttle with this. He's dazed now, so no problem to finish him off. Hey, DL, did you 3-star challenge tier 3 of the assault battle with Jedi Knight Luke the other day? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Asher says if you use the Malevolence first special on Hyena Bomber, you can clear debuffs off of 2 ships. Yeah, I just wanted the buff immunity gone on the Sunfax so that he would taunt. I felt like that was important that he taunt in that matchup. So I normally do it on the Hyena Bomber, but if I did it on the Hyena Bomber and then remove the buffs off of him plus the Vulture Droid, then I don't actually get the buffs off of the character that I really want the buffs off of. So that's why I did that a bit differently. Alright, no tank in the starting lineup. We're going to kill Ghost if we can. This shouldn't be too much of a challenge. But, yeah, I mean, if Home 1 beats Radis, then we did something wrong, I think. Alright, we're going to do this first. Get the speed up buff, because I like the speed up buff. And then we're going to use the assist on the capital ship first, because I like killing the Phantom. And then we just have this this Millennium Falcon to deal with. Oh, 70 banners. Clean. Didn't need any reinforcements. 1836. That's not bad. That's a pretty good full clear. Pretty happy with that. All right, I'll catch up on chat if there's anything over there, and then I want to talk about Rey. Let's talk about Rey. And let's start a new tab just to talk about Rey. Let's talk about Rey. Okay. Let's see. So the 3-star on the challenge tier 3 of the assault battle. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, there's a ability that's gifted by Jedi Knight Luke when he's in a team, and the ability says, everybody assists, and then the Jedi Knight Luke gets a turn. So what you do on the assault battle is you come in with this Jedi Knight Luke. You got to be able to survive the first round, so you pretty much need, decently relic characters or a little bit of luck or whatever. So you get the first round. You do this, where is it? Return to the Jedi. Heroes arise. Dispel all buffs. Call all Jedi allies. Blah, blah, blah. And then Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is granted 100% turn meter. So you do this. And then once you get there, you inflict stun and vulnerable on everybody. So you stun them all. Can't be evaded or resisted, so you just stun everybody who's capable of being stunned. And then you have to have enough damage to work through the wave. And the last character on the wave, when you're getting ready to kill the last character, you use that ability again. And you call everybody to assist, and it gives him 100% turn meter. So when you start the next wave, Jedi Knight Luke goes first, sets their speed to 128 in this case, stuns everybody, and then you basically have, their first turn that they're stunned and their second turn before they get to go to kill off the characters. And again, when you get to the last guy, same thing again. So every wave that you go through, they just start with no speed and stunned. So yeah, we worked through that. I was using Revan in that on the Loquitur account, and it didn't work out with Revan in the team. I had to put another Galactic Republic Jedi in there. I was killing things too fast. So I had to put another Galactic Republic Jedi in there kind of to slow things down and regenerate the heroes arise faster, but it wasn't a problem. Ideal, I would like to ask what would be a nice early dash team. Basically the early dash team is get into Smuggler's Run. So what I like for dash, L3 and Vandor. So those 3 characters work in 3v3, they work in 5v5, and then you can basically do any 2 other smuggler characters that you want for the dash team. And that'll get you 5 smuggler characters at 6 stars to unlock that event. And just whatever smugglers you build to unlock the event is the dash team. If you don't have a CLS team built yet, you can put Han Chewie in that team. If you want to build Nest and let's see who else. You could build Queel and IG-11. That's a nice pair to put with them. I think what I recommended for the Hope of Rebellion path was to do Kira, because she's a Cantina farm, and then get Chewbacca unlocked with bounty hunters. So yeah, there's lots of different things you could do with that team, but basically the core 3 have to be, in my opinion, L3, Vandor, and Dash, and then 2 else of whatever you want. I like IG-11 and Queel because you're probably going to build them anyway at some point in the account. Vels says, could you show my Rey account as an example? Yeah, sure, Vels. If you want to drop your ally code in there, I can show people what it looks like to build Rey first. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to show that. But basically what I want to talk about is why Rey, in my opinion, is so good for the initial GL. So the way that all the stuff works out with Rey right now, what you can do is you can build teams one at a time as you go through the journey. So you come in here and you go Finn, Poe, and Zori Bliss. And you build all of those to relics, right? And I understand that Zori isn't part of the Galactic Legend Rey journey, but this team, if this is the first full relic team that you build on an account, this is going to do well in Grand Arena. It's going to clear a lot of galactic challenges. It's going to do well in Conquest. Like, the mechanics in this team, for anybody who doesn't know, basically you get a ton of stats, right? 60% defense, offense, potency. So everybody on this team hits super hard. And counterattacks. If an enemy is damaged by a resistant ally, for each expose on them, they lose turn meter, and all resistance allies gain turn meter, and their cooldowns are reduced. All right. Let's see. I don't remember all these kits exactly. I probably should have looked at them all ahead of time. If an enemy critically hits an inspired ally, all buffs are dispelled, which is convenient. Finn. While resistance heroes Finn, when he's prevented, they gain protection. Okay, here we go. All resistance allies have 100% counter chance. 50% defense and plus 50% tenacity. So unless somebody's kit specifically says they can't counterattack, this counter is what kills people. They come in, they look at the team, they see a team there on defense, for example, and they go, oh, a leftover relic team, whatever. I'll take something in and kill it. But the counterattacks are just so deadly out of this team. Once you start attacking them, especially if you do an area effect, you just throw bounty hunters in here and hit them with an area effect like from Django or Boba Fett or something like that, and then they all just counterattack you, and they already hit like trucks because of all this offense that they've got, right? So they counterattack you for a lot. All right, and then Zori's kit. They have 35% accuracy and health steal. Whenever an ally triggers an expose, they all gain protection back, which makes it great for Grand Arena. The first time they fall below 100% health, they gain 100% turn meter. If it wasn't a tank, they also gain protection up and stealth. If it was a tank, they gain damage immunity. After Zori uses an ability while stealth, smuggler allies gain buffs. And then the leader in the slot is an unaligned force user. See, non-unaligned force user resistance. Okay, so we meet this criteria because we're not an UFU. Resistance allies have 100% potency, 35 speed, while they have equal or fewer allies. When Zori uses an ability when stealth, when resistance ally has less than 100% turn meter, gains bonus turn meter, they also gain 35% offense, stacking for one turn. Okay. So if they gain turn meter a couple times off of this Zori Bliss thing, and they've got damage up already from his leadership, when resistance hero Finn goes and does this area effect, the damage is just retarded. It's like there's video footage out there of this thing hitting for like 400,000. That's probably an extreme case, but probably somewhere in the 100 to 250,000 range is perfectly reasonable if he gets a couple turn meter boosts from all those different mechanics and gets 35% offense a couple times, and then also has 60% offense from Finn lead. So the team is sick, right? This team is sick. So you build all this stuff for Rey anyway, and you get a good team. All right, then we build another team. So now we're done relicking that team. Now we go in here and we build Rey. Okay, so we're going to build Jedi Training Rey, of course, because we have to. There she is. And we're going to put her with BB-8 and R2. Now I realize, again, R2 is not part of the journey, but trust me when I say you want R2 in there. And then you just put a couple characters in here that do damage, right? So Stick Rey, even though Stick Rey is a pretty awful character, she does a ton of damage. So there you go. There's another team. And this is an offense team. Offense. JTR. And I actually did a video together with Solo Base, and one of the things he said is I actually had my BB-8 clocked up a little too fast. So I had my BB-8 like 350 speed, and he's like, slow that down, you know. Get it down to about 320 so that you don't outrun the whole team by too much, and then BB-8 goes and does the little wiggle, gives, you know, bonus turn meter, does all that stuff. And once this team takes off, you can put them under stealth with R2. But mainly, the thing that you're doing with R2 is this stun on basic is more control, right? So you're taking away people's turn meter, you're hitting them for tons of damage, and this attack, you're just constantly stunning. And you actually want to mod R2 in this for critical chance. Where is it? Okay, everybody gains critical chance while R2 is active. Whenever a light side ally scores a critical hit, dispel all debuffs on him. So you want him getting crit hits all the time. All right, so yeah, so mod him for crits. Deal special damage to all enemies and inflict burning. And then the smoke screen. Of course, you can target Jedi Training Rey herself and smoke screen everybody else. Or if she's in trouble, you can smoke screen and leave R2 out. But you got another team, right? So we've built two high-powered teams. Now, JTR isn't at the level of a CLS or a GAS, but, you know, a tier down from there. Killing lots of stuff. And then what do you have left for the resistance to get Rey? You've got like the leftover trash, right? So now that we've built two really good teams, you got to pay the price and build the garbage. Chewie, I think, is the one. So basically you have four lead. Kind of not great. But there is Rose Tico on her basic. Deal physical damage to target and grant tenacity up for 2 turns to a random resistance who doesn't have it. So giving tenacity up to the Zori team can actually be a thing. And I've seen people, or at least, you know, some streamers have said that instead of this version of Poe, Rose Tico in that team is actually better, because every time she assists or counterattacks, she's causing tenacity up. So, you know, in some matchups, tenacity up might be something that makes a difference. So I don't know all the details, and maybe you could do your own research, but one or the other of these characters is good and in the Zori team, and one or the other of the characters is in the deadweight category. And then you build Rey, right? So then we build a Rey team, and when we build Rey as a galactic legend, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with Rey. Now, if you want to preserve the teams that you've got, you can leave them alone and play Rey and you know, look for other light side allies. But you know, one of the teams with Rey that's pretty terrifying in Grand Arena, especially in 3v3, is this. You know, Rey, Han, Chewie. That team is rough to deal with. Han shoots first, Chewbacca, you know, guards. Han Solo plus the other enemy, right? Where is it? Why am I clicking the wrong thing here? Okay. At the start of the battle, grant guard to the weakest ally and Han Solo until Chewbacca is defeated. Well, guess what? If there's only 2 other things, guess who's guarded? So Rey is guarded, Han is guarded, and you just make Chewbacca thick enough that he doesn't get killed easily. And this team is just dumb, right? And you can expand on that team and build it out and, you know, put like R2 and BB-8 in here. You could, you know, swap out things from your other teams. There's also a version of this that uses like Dash Rendar in here. I think that was mostly based around Dash Rendar's Datacron being super good at the time. But Rey is, I know some people hate the idea of plug and play character, but Rey is that character where you just pick light side and you experiment, right? Like you just take Rey, you put Cat with Rey. I played Cat with Rey on my main account, and it was, you know, it's Cat being good, and then more of Cat being good. And I think I had something crazy where I was putting in Barriss. And this is old tech, so it's probably been way passed up by now, but we put in, well, do I even have her on this account? Where is she? But I put in Barriss and R2. Right? And then Kenobi here, I think. Or Old Ben. It was a Kenobi. It was either... It might have been like this. And so this team is like extra health and protection from Tano. Kenobi is hard to kill. Barriss off, he's giving him health back every time he gets hit. R2... in certain matchups, what basically give R2 a turn with Ahsoka and then put everybody but Rey under stealth. Maybe it wasn't Kenobi. Maybe it was Old Ben. But you can you know, put everybody but Rey under stealth, and then if they have a character like Cat attacking into you, the Cat has to hit Rey, or the AI will select Rey. So you can soak the hit there, and then the team just has a lot of durability. You know, obviously, if you have Ben solo, you know, you can do that. You can do all kinds of stuff. But I don't, for myself, I don't feel like Rey has to go with resistance. In fact, I think the teams of Rey with no resistance are probably better. And if you really just want to throw away Rey in a GAC, I mean, you could just use the leftover resistance for her, but I think that's a waste. But yeah, so it, for me, it's density, right? Two really good teams and a Galactic Legend that's going to own Conquest for you, right? Because you can pick whatever you want for Conquest. So I feel like this journey gives you a little bit of dead weight, but with the journey plus 2 characters, it's massive. All right, I gotta catch up on chat. I've been talking a long time here. Toasted Panini says, Zori carried me to my first normal Conquest clear in a Gear 12 team. She's so good. Would Zori team be more offensive or defensive? If you're very early in the game and this is your first Galactic Legend, you're probably using that team to beat whatever best team they put on defense. So I would say it's offense. For the guys at the high end of GAC, I think the team is defense. You know, once you get into Kyber, it's that team's going to be a really good defensive team. Because you got to bring a Galactic Legend to beat it almost on defense. It's strong. Do you think it's more worth running the Resistance Bros with Zori or JTR until one gets Rey? No, I think this is exactly what you do. I think you relic in this order. You build this team first. So you don't put Zori with JTR because you're going to build this team first. Then you build a JTR team, and then you finish out the journey and build Rey. So no, I don't think you mix and match and swap until you get, something going. I think you keep these teams together like this. And even if you're farming up Zori while you're relicking these guys, I would still keep this team together like this. And like I said, you could swap Poe out with Rose Tico. I think there's reasons to believe that Rose is actually useful. I know people hate Rose, but the tenacity up's pretty good. Vels says building Zori soon. Did you give me your ally code, Vels? Nisus says, is this in response to Arnold saying Zori is the #1 non-legendary team right now? He said that? All right. No, this is in response to people asking me why I keep recommending Rey. Because people ask, like, what would you suggest if you finish the Hope of the Rebellion? What would you suggest after the Hope of the Rebellion? And I said, for the Imperial Doctrine, I would suggest SLKR. For the Hope of the Rebellion, I would go straight into Rey. No delay. Come straight out of the Profundity, finish that up, and go right into the Rey journey. And a lot of people have been asking associated questions with, like, Rey's not that good of a GL. Why do you recommend it? And it's just, the Rey journey seems so good right now. So good. Have you seen Arnold's video today where Resistance hero Finn killed everybody except Stormtrooper on a Sana team? I saw that he put out a video today. Oh, okay. Yeah. I did see that. Okay. Yeah. So I gotta admit, when I watch Arnold's video, I usually look for highlights and go kind of to the end and see what his conclusions are, if there's anything to be learned. And there was a replay of that team, throwing a grenade for 1 million damage. So I did see that, yeah. Zori team, what's the relic order? For JTR, can R2 stay at gear 12? Should I build 3PO and go into JTS instead of stick or trooper? Again, 3PO is probably better in the team than R2, but it's a detour. If you didn't already build Ewoks or plan to build Ewoks, then 3PO is a big detour. So I don't think it's needed in the JTR team. I played it on my main account exactly like this. And R2 was gear 12, but I can't recommend it. Because there were a lot of matchups where, Rey can't control everything perfectly. So sometimes the opposing team does get a turn in here and there, and they just kill R2. They just straight up kill R2 when he's gear 12. And once you lose him on the team, it's less good. So yeah, I really would recommending relicking R2. And also he's going to share his stats, right? So sharing stats from a character that's relicked is a lot better than sharing stats from a gear 12 character. So I really would recommend relicking him. It's worth it. He's a good enough character. It's worth it. In GAC, apparently Rose is better because of the Omicron. These are things that are forgettable because Rose has never been a very good character, right? What's the Omicron? Well, in Grand Arenas, all other resistance also gain 10% offense for each exposed enemy. Oh my god. That's where the 400,000 damage comes from, right? Yeah. So if you attack into them and get a bunch of exposes on you, then, oh my god, 10% extra offense, 35% stacking from Zori, 60% from Finn lead. They'll have like 400% offense when they attack. That's insanity. Okay, so Tico goes up there. If you like Grand Arenas, then Tico goes up top. So we swap this out for Rose. Yeah, especially if you're going to put the Omicron on. Dear Lord. That's nasty. Because you get exposes all over the place with this team. When you're fighting with this team, you'll see like a 1, 2, 3 stacks of exposes on all the characters. So imagine that you've got like 6 exposes out, just to be modest. That's another 60% offense. Crazy. And then Poe would go down here. But yeah, density, guys. Density. Density. Just so much good stuff that builds into teams all by itself. Now, if you look at a similar journey like JMK, you build a lot of good stuff. But it's a lot of good stuff that is like a Wat Tambor that you can put in a team. Like a Dooku. Is Dooku? No, not Dooku. I don't know. I'm trying to remember all the stuff. But there's characters in that journey. Let's just look at the JMK journey, for example. So there's characters in the JMK journey that are good, but you don't get to just build teams out of them, right? Let's go here. So you got Mace Windu, Ayla, Bo-Katan, Qui-Gon, Magna Guard. So these are all good characters, but they're all over the place. They're like 1 or 2 characters for a team, like Grievous and Magna Guard. Okay, fine. But you still need 3 other characters in that team. Shakti, okay, it's a Jedi, but what are you going to build? Are you going to build a team with Ayla, Mace, General Kenobi? So all this stuff goes in other teams. So if you're trying to do this like as your first Galactic Legend, you just build a bunch of stuff. And right now, it's better to build a full Relic team that you can do Conquest with, use Datacrons with in Grand Arena. It's so much better to build full Relic team, at least one full Relic team early on. Vels says the solo base video was helpful. Yeah, it was. I mean, I learned a lot from that. I learned a ton from that. Yep. In GAC, apparently... Oh, we already read that. Whenever the team gets tenacity up, Zori puts expose on the other team. Wow. The synergy between Rose and Zori is real, huh? How would Rey, Han, Chewie, and both veteran smugglers be? For the Galactic Legend Rey team? You need either more tanking or more damage, right? So Han and Chewie will definitely put out a ton of damage. But then the other 2 characters, you want to be something that tanks or just go all in on damage and have things that do damage. And I don't think the vet smugglers do enough damage. Besides, you'd have to put them at Relic 5 to be able to do a good Datacron on Rey. And I don't really think you want to take the veteran smugglers to Relic 5. So yeah, I think other things in that team would be good. Either just put the rest of the CLS team in there, C-3PO, and then like there's so many things that work with Rey that are just janky, like putting the Barriss in there or the R2-D2 to mess with the targeting, or Ben. I mean, if you had Ben, that would be a great team, right? Put Han, Chewie, C-3PO, and Ben Solo in there. Anyway, Rey is like a kitchen sink, right? You just chuck things in there. Vel says, I feel if I run Zori and a good JTR team, Rey will need some non-resistance characters to plug. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I would build Rey as my last GL no matter how good she is. I just really don't like the sequel characters. Hey, fair enough. I've seen Rose and Resistance Trooper with Zori over the Resistance. RH over the RH. If you're low GP with a small roster, like around 1.5, and have a GL, then put them on defense. If you have more GP and more core teams, then you put them on offense. Check out Glurmit if you're looking for some great resistance showings. Glurmit's got the race stuff now. Blessed Carrot says he still remembers the collab with Solo Base. Let me see if Vels gave me the ally code over here somewhere. don't see it. I don't see it. Vels, did you give me that code? If we were going to look at your account. Nice, it says, I think a lot of the Zori teams right now are just leftovers slammed together. That's why there's several comps. But objectively, the best one with Rose and the Resistance heroes. Yeah, I think the Resistance heroes, Fin Po was already a team that I loved. And Zori is ridiculous. And the synergy with Rose seems fantastic. Yeah, I slept on that Omicron. I didn't think about that Omicron. But that would be fantastic. All right. We got to move on. I got to get over in here and do some more GAC on the Obticeo account. But yeah, so I mean, if you're a newer player, get your big fleet first. I still believe that's the right thing to do. But then once you've got your big fleet secured, I think SLKR is still a good, again, high value journey because the characters can build a couple teams with what you're building in the journey. The Rey and SLKR are the only ones that are like that, where you get that much synergy out of the journey. Oh, and the other thing, I mean, let's not minimize this. The other thing, if you look at GL Rey and SLKR and you look at their requirements, you got a Relic 7, you got a Relic 7. Then you just got a bunch of Relic 3 and 5, right? Like, it's not that big of a deal. 3 Relic 7s. No 8s, no 9s, just a couple of 3 Relic 7s. You look at this Lord Vader journey. Relic 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8. 8, 7, 8, 7. This is... The difference in relic levels between these characters is just... You can't even believe it. I built Lord Vader on my main account, and getting all of those characters that high relic was just obscene. It just felt like... an anchor. So Rey and SLKR still have the lowest relic requirements as well. So that's not something to sleep on. The characters that you build that journey out of don't have a billion Kairos. It's just a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Okay, now we've got a Rey team over here with 3 robots. So we got to look at speeds, but if we can outrun this, we can trooper this. We'll have to Vader this. Probably Sith Triumvirate here on the Obticeo account. Or Sith something. We've got Luke here. I don't know if she's got anything that changes the matchup into Savage. I don't think... Tenacity, critical hit. So I don't think she has anything that makes me want to not play Savage here. So we'll try to do the Savage trick on CLS. And then we've got Mon Mothma. That's inconvenient because a lot of the stuff that I have that'll deal with this. Oh man. This is going to be rough. There's no Kyle Katarn in there, though, right? So if I have to use troopers here... Oof, 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 oof. We might have to use Mara Jade and Vader. But we want to use Vader on the Night Sisters. Okay. Where are we going to use Radis, then? What's the best use of our Radis? You know what? Let's deal with this first. Cara Dune is annoying, but there's no Kyle Katarn, there's no turn meter generators. The speed probably isn't that... I could probably deal with this team with Luke. Let's take a look at the Luke team. Because I've got the speed nerfing Luke team on this account as well. Obviously not as good of characters, but if we stun everybody and then just go to work, probably they don't get to go. And I think we'll be able to handle Cara Dune. Okay. So my fastest character is 336 or 336 on the Hoymet Yoda. Then we've got, I don't think they got any chance of being that fast, right? Mon Mothma's slow. She's like a 110 speed character, so it's almost impossible to make her that fast anyway. These are all slow characters. So we'll give up 2 relics, but I think we'll win this one. Try to get it for cheap. DL, are you not seeing it? I pinged you in Discord. I did not see it, sir. Okay. Stuns. This is a bit weird because, man, I feel like these characters should just be dying instantly, and they're not. What is going on here? I want to kill Biggs, because he could be nasty later on if I'm already low on life. Alright, we'll swap out now. We'll call in Bastila to ability block. We will stun Lando in case we can't. Oh, no. We will not. Okay, there we go. Let's get Wedge out of here. He's got the most turn meter right now. Man, these guys, I don't know if there's something with their protection or what, but like the initial hits out of Luke should be doing sickening amounts of damage, and they're just kind of not. Alright. Of all the characters to bring back, she brings back Biggs. We'll stun him, work our way through Lando. This gets him a free turn and another stun. Let's not do that, though. Let's call an assist here. And we will use somebody else to do that. Alright. Gotta go after Biggs again. Yeah, okay. Kill him. That should do it. Stun him again just because I can. Alright. Alright, we're through. Man, they were getting hit. I'll look after the GAC, Vels. I'll look again after the GAC. Okay, so here we're going to do Savage, and we're going to do a Datacron. And we will try to pick a good one. What do we have that has... Okay, this has tons of defense, crit avoidance, crit damage. Basic ability, they gain stuff. Okay, we like this. Alright, and this time we're not going to save Luke until last. We're going to do Luke probably second. I think we still got to kill Chewbacca first. I think that's got to always be the plan. Don't want to have to try to kill anybody with guard on them. Okay. Keep working on Chewie. There we go. All right. Now I think we kill CLS here because I don't feel like we're that threatened for damage at the moment. No C-3PO on this to mess me up. So I think we're good. Okay. I'm hitting on Han Solo. Apparently think he's a good-looking man or something. Okay, let's hit on Leia for a little while. So I remember watching the episodes with Savage in them a long time ago. And I remember he was like, was he from the same village as Maul? Was he like Maul's brother or something? Like Maul was his partner in training or something. Weren't they some way associated with each other? Him and Maul? Maybe I'm misremembering. They were brothers? All right, Vels. I'm going to put that in on the Loquitur account, and then we can go snoop on that when we're done. Okay. Inquisitor Vels. Good. All right. So we're through the front. Let's see what he's got on the back. Bad Batch. Relic Bad Batch. And Relic First Order. Do we have to use CLS against Bad Batch? I think we do. I think we've got to use CLS there. I don't know what else I've got that's going to deal with that. I think we got to use troopers against Rey. I don't know if my troopers are good enough to beat that Rey team, but that's what we're going to have to try. And then Night Sisters with the Omicron on... Oof. But we still have Treya, right? So we can still use Treya against the Geos. I have to hope that my tank's good enough. Our troopers also beat Bad Batch. My troopers are a little bit weak. I've only got 2 Relic troopers. So I feel like we got to use them up here. Yeah. So the problem taking this into Bad Batch, if we don't get all the kills with Dark Trooper timely and in the right order, then we can't do that matchup, right? So this, at least, I think, with BB-8's not that weak, but we've got an opportunity here to start the turn meter train rolling. We can probably kill BB-8. So I think we got a better chance with the troopers of keeping this Rey under control. If she gets to go, she'll be one-shotting people. Okay, so here's the deal. Gideon went first and gave her a bunch of turn meter, right? 5 people got debuffs. She got like 40% turn meter. And then we're just going to drain it all off. Drain them dry. And then we have priority. I think we're going to drop the bomb on Rey right away. Okay. That's good. Now we get Finn out of here. We'll weaken him. Oh, I guess we'll kill him. I was planning just to weaken him and then take the punches with the Dark Trooper onto the R2, but... Alright. Dark Trooper doing enough damage. Good. Something with Vader here. We still have the Radis team, too. What does Radis do against Night Sisters? See, this... I hate this, right? This is the problem. Critical chance. Well, she has stealth. What is it, her basic? 90% chance to gain stealth. So, if your team can't pull her out of stealth, and something happens where you end up with just her and Zombie, you just get caught behind Zombie, and if you don't have the area effect damage to kill her, you just lose. So I think Radis could do it, right? Radis. I'm trying to think. If I had a Radis team that I had to fight on defense, would I use Night Sisters to beat it? I don't feel like that's a good matchup, but I feel more confident with Vader. So maybe we just use Empire here. I still have CLS. But I think we use Vader in the Mara Jade team. So we'll do that. We'll get our first turns with Vader. We'll try to get control with Mara Jade. Try to stun people. And ride it out to the end from there. I think that's my best chance. That gives me CLS against the Bad Batch. I suppose I can put another character in here. He'll probably just die to plague in a heartbeat, but it's a few more debuffs. Let's see what we can get done. I beat a full Relic 5 Bad Batch team with my only relic being a Relic 8 Piet. Well, if I use my troopers on the Bad Batch, what would I use for Jedi Training Rey? Because again, Jedi Training Rey, even in a badly modded team, she's no joke. Once she gets going, it's dangerous. So that's, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what teams to use where. Oh man, I messed that up. Messed that up because it triggered zombie. Let's get the second sacrifice on zombie so that the next kill will be relevant. I'm just gonna kick the zombie. And let's get over here on Daka. See if we can get some stuns. Zzzt. Hey! That's a lot of stuns. We don't need to steal any turn meter. So I think we just keep riding it out from here. We'll do basics on everybody. We'll do zombie last. Right? Well, let's do zombie now. There's no sacrifices left, but do what must be done. And let's yeet Daka out of here. Oh my goodness. We didn't get her. Oh, okay. All right, we're okay. Let's remove turn meter. Try not to give Talzin any turns here. Didn't matter. She's going to get her turns anyway. Stun the zombie if we can. Control, control. Merciless Massacre. We're not even going to mess around with it. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to kill Talzin and zombie. Done and done. In the end, I don't think it matters if you use JTR on CLS or Bad Batch. I guess that's fair. If I use CLS back there, I could have used CLS up top. I don't know. I'm just real comfortable and confident with that Trooper versus JTR matchup. Feels easy to me. We haven't used Wampa. Does Wampa kill Geos? What in Geos makes Wampa not work? Can we Wampa this? We can Wampa that, right? Because it's not Huck's lead. Isn't Huck's lead what stops the counterattacks? Enemies can't counterattack with dominance, right? So if he's not in the lead, he doesn't have dominance. So we should be able to Wampa this, right? I have confidence that Wampa can ramp up enough damage to kill these Kylos. Oh, the Kylo unresistible stun. Oh, right. The unresistible 2-turn stun. That's the kiss of death. Okay. Wampa usually loses to Geos. Maybe I missed my opportunity to Wampa then. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What do I still have? I still have Radis. I still have a lot of stuff. Quite a lot of stuff. Let's do this. We'll do that. I could just throw Wampa in here too, right? If I wanted to. I could also do this with Dash Rendar. Although Dash has failed me a couple times, just didn't have enough damage to get through this team. So basically with Treya, all we're doing is we're just waiting it out, right? We're just letting the Geos kill themselves and then do an area effect. Annihilating things with Nihilus when we can. I don't know. I don't feel so good about this. Relic Geos. Maybe I bring Radis in here. Still, man. If I bring Radis in, he'll get to his ult very fast, right? So we could do this with a good Datacron. Relic Spy and Sunfac can still get unlucky at G12. My guild is saying we need Relic Spy and Brood. Apparently Gear 12s aren't enough. Oh, for the Omicron version of the team. Okay. We're going to try Radis against Geos. This is not ideal. It's not what I want. But they will build up a ton of exposes on themselves. So, I mean, that can't be all bad, right? Let's see if we can stun this guy. That's nice. Take a stun. Let's shoot him. Got that taunt to deal with. Alright, start stacking exposes, boys. Okay, get off my Radis. Alright, there they go. They're on Jin now. Yeah, get Jin. Kill her. Get her. Get her, Geos. Start popping some exposes here. Okay. Alright. 99%, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, here we go. Bang. Okay, and then we'll do the more area effect. Okay. 63 banners. We're through. We don't need to save teams, right? No need to save any teams. All right, so then we got this and 501st doesn't work here, does it? So the 501st is pretty awful into this. So we could do 501st, kill everybody, but maybe not the Kylos. If we get a sacrifice, we'd be fine. If we get it down to Kylos, we can clean up with a lot of different stuff. But 501st isn't going to beat Bad Batch, are they? Datacron CLS. Yep. Let's try the 5.0 first here. Probably not an ideal matchup, but since I'm playing them, I mean, the idea would be that I'm in control. Armor, health, tenacity, crit damage, crit chance, health, resistance, armor, and tenacity, offense, defense, health, armor, health, and tenacity. That's probably the best bet we've got. Although armor does nothing, right? Because they're going to be doing true damage all the time. Maybe that's not the best. Offense, defense, and health. That's probably actually the best stats we've got for these guys against this team. I'd CLS the first order and do 5.0 first versus Bad Batch if Rex is faster. CLS gets stuck on crew. Yeah, CLS does get stuck on crew, but so does the 5.0 first. I mean, it's the same equation. Now, to be fair, CLS gets stuck against crew in the SLKR matchup. Because in the SLKR matchup, every time you hit crew, he's regenerating 10% health and defense every time you remove turn meter. So if you play against, like if you try to use the Omicron CLS or the Datacron CLS against an SLKR team, you can never beat crew because you're pumping him up too much. But I think in just a regular team, you shouldn't have that problem. What's the plan for crew? Just push through him. The plan is just to push through him, to build up so much offense that we just motor through the Kylos. All right, here we go. Let's see. Kick off this train. I'd like to kill Echo if we actually can kill somebody first. Come on, boys. Nope, we lost it. Okay. I should have saved one or the other cleanse. That was bad on my part. Alright, sacrifice is going to come in fast here. Okay, there's the sacrifice. Too good. Rex is dead. That's it. You gotta get out of here. Okay, so we're down to looking for alternatives. Alright. So let's CLS the Bad Batch, and then we'll just try to work through the crew team with a series of teams if we have to. If Bad Batch start moving, clones are in trouble. Yep, that's true. If we could have got Tech killed there, I think we'd have been fine. We were just a little bit of damage short. A little bit too short. Alright. Let's do this. And again, I think we just go for Tech first. All right. Here we go. Echo first. Yeah, I think I called Echo Tech. The guy who's not in stealth. Yeah, let's go over here. Stun Omega. Blind everybody. Kill Tech. I don't know, guys. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's just a little girl. It's a helpless little girl. What should I do? Kill her. That's exactly what I should do. All right. Now let's try to work our way through this team. A couple things we could try here. I think we might try our Sith team here. And then I think, since we don't have something else to do with Wampa, we'll just put them in as tanks. We'll throw in Wat Tambor. And I think Wat Tambor will probably protect Nihilus. I think it might be more important to protect Nihilus than Crew. But if I put the tank tech on Crew, then we're pretty safe, right? He's going to tank for a while. And we just got to be careful not to stack up damage on him. And then we can just yeet him out of there. Don't waste Wampa. Wampa Ami won't work in a team. I don't care. I'm just looking for characters to do stuff and soak damage. The Omicron doesn't have to work. This is the last team on the board. So the idea of saving up for something else is not legitimate, right? There's nothing left to save characters for. Let's put the stun on him, and then let's get over here on Hux. Well, so much for that idea. We can isolate still. We'll isolate. And that'll let us get on Hux. Hey, cleanse him off. Relicate Wampa. Still hits pretty hard even with no Omicron nonsense. Get Hux out of here. Okay. No. Don't counterattack. Fools. Giving him free stuff that we don't want. Extra damage that we... Oh, there he is. There's that extra damage that we gave him. Ugly. Alright, we're about to lose taunt if we're not careful. Kill that pilot. And we'll hit Phasma. Alright. The yeet should be here. Oh man, come on. Oh! Just in time. Just in time. Okay. Let's work on Phasma. Get Phasma out of here. And then if we have to kill Crew, we can always get him with an execute. If we waste enough time, maybe our own Crew can get enough turns to get his protection back from the Watt buff. Let's stun him. Oh, Wampa hits too hard. Alright, 59 banners. It's fine. We did it. It's a Franken team, guys. We did a Franken team. Alright, we've got a first order team that has the TIE Advanced, Houndstooth, and the TIE Silencer. Interesting. Then we've got a Endurance fleet that has stuff. Han's Millennium Falcon. So it's got a big Falcon in the starting lineup with a bunch of... I don't even know. What is this? I feel like I'm being tricked. Am I being tricked? What is this? Alright, so against Hux, I think we will do Negotiator. Actually, the Malevolence is only 5 stars. The Negotiator is better, but it's only got a Gear 12 Kenobi. So what are we going to do? It's a trap. Nuke OG Kylo first. Yeah, I didn't want to hit him with too much damage because he builds up those damage over times, and then that amplifies his damage when he does the area effect. So I was trying to avoid him until I could kill him with Nihilus. At least that was the plan. If he'd had a little more damage on that one hit, he might have taken us out, because he hit really hard on that one. Yeah, I think we're going to Malevolence here, mostly just because we kind of don't care where the missile goes. And on the other team, the missile actually hurts us. So we're going to do this, but we are going to take in the Plo. All right, let's go. Do you like GL Rey or SLKR more? Rey. I like Rey more. Rey, way more. SLKR is like the base model, right? Like you go in a car dealership and you're like, hey, sell me a car. And they're like, okay, we've got, you know, the Toyota Corolla. And that's, you know, it's this car over here. And it's, what kind of options do I get on that car? Well, it's just a car. It's on the lot and you can buy it or not. It's up to you. So that's how SLKR feels to me. Like he really feels just like the base model of all GLs. So he's not bad, but he's just not exciting, you know. Rey is clever. Rey, there's just tons of stuff that you can do with Rey that makes you feel like you're clever. We'll bring in the spy. Probably don't need him right now, but let's do that. We'll kill Vader while we can. He's stunned, so we still should get turns on him. That's good. All right. This is going to be over quickly from here. Oop. We do have the Boba Fett to deal with, though. Have some buzz droids, buddy. More buzz droids? Alright, kill the silencer now and we're golden. We're going to do the stun. We're not going to do the stun. Alright, good. SLKR can kill Jabba, though. Sure. Sure. Like I said, SLKR is not bad. I mean, if your parents went out, if your girlfriend went out, or whoever you care about came home one night and said, here, I bought you a brand new Toyota Corolla, you wouldn't be mad. You wouldn't be like, oh, I don't want the base model car. I want something fancier. You'd be like, oh, that's a good car, right? Like you'd take it, you'd drive it. It's not bad. It's not a BMW M5, but it's not bad. Like I said, I mean, I think SLKR is good. I just feel like Rey has more top end. Like, there's more clever things that you can do with Rey. And for Conquest, on my main account, I had both Rey and SLKR, and Rey was the superstar of Conquest. Like, she pulled so much weight in Conquest for me. It's crazy. SLKR always could win battles, no problem, but getting 3-star wins reliably was the issue, because a lot of times SLKR would lose banners, and there's not really a great way to recover banners on SLKR, or at least I didn't know of a way at the time in Conquest. So, you know, sometimes a character would get recover banners. I'm talking GAC and Conquest at the same time. But like one of the characters would get killed because the Conquest characters do so stinking much damage that you'd go in and you'd be like, all right, you know, take on this, let's say, the Galactic Republic teams that have reflect damage, for example, like the gas teams and stuff, that Padme teams that reflect damage back at you. You go in there with SLKR, I mean, the Sith Trooper goes once, and he's on 0 hit points, right? Because as soon as he does that much damage, he's on 1 hit point, and anything that they do kills him. Whereas Rey, she just covers everybody in lifeblood, and they can do all the retaliation they want, and Rey just, like, doesn't care. Snickers in the background and kills them all. I liked Rey. I do. If I wasn't chasing Jabba, I mean, she'd probably be what I'd be building on. If I had the Obticeo account to do over again, knowing what I know now, I would have built Rey as my first GL. I would have done Profundity, and I would have went straight into Rey. Yep. Pew pew. All right, we got to clear. We got everybody out of here. We're going to go take a quick look at Vels' account, and then I'm going to get on off of here. All right, 1324 banners. It's okay. We dropped one battle. I'll live with that. That's a lot of relics that I had to kill with my little account. 7.1 million galactic power that we killed right there. All right. So a 1.5 year old account, not even a 1.5 year old, versus this account, 7.1 million, almost 6 years old. Over 6 years old. Holy cow. 6 would be 26. 26 is 6 years, so that's almost a 7-year-old account. Yikes. All right, let's take a look at Vels over here. What is C then? Says this cringe jokes. A bike? Let's see if I can think of an analogy for C. C is where I got a good analogy for C. I got a great analogy for C. So you go in and you buy this midline car. It's pretty nice, right? It's good. You liked it. And you get the car and like you've owned it for 6 months and it's been a good car. But after 6 months, like things already start to go wrong. And you take it back to the dealership and it's in warranty for a year. And you're like, well, I thought it was more than a year, but the dealership tells you, no, with this particular car, your warranty only lasts a year. And it keeps getting worse and worse. And at the end of a year, you're like, man, I got this car and it sucks and things keep going wrong with it. It was such a good car a year ago. That's Sith Eternal for you. Like he was really good. And then they made JMK and Lord Vader and just like, see, just his value went down, his warranty ran out. I don't know. That's the best I can do at the moment. All right, let's take a look at Vels' account. So Vels built Rey first, and then he went into the JMK journey from there and built JMK on top of it. Got Executor too, if I remember correctly. Is that right, Vels? Let's just take a look here. Yeah, so Executor. So was the order Rey, then Executor, then JMK? I think so. Anyway, so let's say that's what he had done with the account. I would do the Executor first these days, but you know his account was already building. So 5.1 million galactic power. You've got this Rey in here. Shock T's built for Kenobi. Did you build the clones behind it? Yeah, so built up the clones. Grab Skywalker here. So it's 2 GLs, gas. But like I was talking about before, grab Jedi Knight Revan. It seems like a good deal, but you don't put him at Relic, right? Because you get the character, you put him at Gear 12, and then trying to find a place to Relic him while you're doing all this other stuff just kind of doesn't happen. And then I think, if I remember correctly, no Darth Revan. Yeah, no Darth Revan. So, and that's, I can't figure out exactly how to explain it, but that is also how I would build this account. That is the same kinds of things that I would be doing. Relic 7 Dark Trooper to finish off those troopers. Once you get Piet for Executor, you might as well build Dark. This is a good account. I like this account. It's yeah, it's a good path. I mean, you could copy this path and do Rey, Executor, JMK, and you'd be happy with it. What are you at in GAC, Vels? Let me get out of here for a second. Erodium too. So he's, you know, a few skill points away from being Kyber with this account. At 5 million. That's fantastic. Good job, man. How long is this account? How old is this account? I'm going to snoop. 8049. So not even 2 years old. Not even 2 years old on this account. 2 GLs. And see, I'm stuck doing Java on the Obticeo account, so I'm going to be close to 2 years in before I get my first GL, which is why I am recommending against Java or JML as a first GL. Rey or SLKR, get my vote. And right now, I like Rey a lot. If you build Executor first, there's so much synergy with SLKR going into the Finalizer fleet that I feel like that's a logical path, right? Executor builds the prerequisites for Finalizer. You build that stuff first. You get ahead of it, start building your Finalizer fleet, straight into SLKR. It feels efficient. Yep. Vels says, gas to Executor to Rey. Nice. Okay. Yeah, nice. Nice. My account is 23 months. I had JMK for 1 week. Rey got me to Erodium 2. It's handy in Conquest as long as the tunes you need to survive are light side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she doesn't give lifeblood to bad guys. Started to put Zetas and Omicrons on Zori team now. Nice. So you went gas to Executor to Rey. It's a good build, man. It's a good build. It's a good account. All right, guys, I really got to wrap it up there. It's 9 o'clock where I'm at. I still have to finish my packing for tomorrow and get ready to go. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you all in the next Holocron.